What's up, guys? This is Zach from Angler's Escape, and today I want to go over 3 different reel types and talk about my favorite here today. And there's a lot of pros and cons to all 3 of these reels, and first off I'd like to talk about the reel on my left here, which is the Spincaster or closed-faced reel. This is what most people start out with fishing, and it's a great beginner reel. It's really easy to cast. You can cast long distances. It works for about all different types of fishing. The only disadvantage is it doesn't last very long because, for one, it's really closed up, so when water and minerals get stuck in there, it rusts and grinds down the gears really quickly. When I have one of these reels and use it pretty heavily, a lot of times it only lasts a year, where my other reels will last 3 to 4 years. The other thing is there's a lot of resistance. When the line's coming out of here, it's pushing against this lip right here, which the other reels don't have, so you a lot of times can't quite get the casting distance that you can with the other reel types. So while it's a really good, easy to use beginner reel that works for all types, the other reels cast a little farther and last longer, so you'll get a little more money out of them, in my opinion. So now I'll go ahead and talk to the Spincast, or the open face reel, and as you can, the spinning reel or open face reel, and as you can see, it's really hard for it to rust because it's not closed off like the other one. It's easy for it to dry itself out. I never have really a problem with the gears getting ground down. I have a lot of these I have to throw out because the gears eventually get ground down, but I've never had the problem with spinning reels so far, luckily. But anyway, you can cast farther because you can see there's not as much resistance when the line comes out as there is for the open face. It works for all types of fishing, and I really like spin reels because there's so little resistance with the line coming out, is you can cast really small baits. Like, you can take a 32nd ounce jig, and with like 2 4-pound test line, you could launch it out there a ways, which is really nice. So this would be my personal favorite reel. It lasts the longest. It's just great all around, all purpose, and casts long distances. The next reel that I use occasionally is the Baitcaster reel. This reel I would only use for bass fishing. It's definitely not one of my favorites. I'd say I like these about equally for bass fishing, but I think that's partly because I'm just more used to the open face reel than the Baitcaster. For bass fishing, it works great. The problem is there's a lot more, again, there's more resistance. You can't cast like little baits. You can't take a 32nd ounce jig and cast it out any distance with a Baitcaster. But one nice advantage though, when you are bass fishing, if you cast something, instead of overcasting it, you can always, it's very easy to stop and overcast. So basically, if you're fishing cover and you cast a little too far, it's very easy to just put your thumb down a little bit harder on the spool and drop it right where you want it to go, which is great for bass fishing because bass really hang around structure. So I hope that helps out. Another thing is it reels in real smoothly, I will say, for the Baitcaster, more smoothly than any other reel here, but you can't cast as far as a Spincaster, I'd say. And it's a little less user-friendly because you can't get bird's nest, whereas when the line gets all tangled, but that's easy to stop occurring once you get used to the reel. So I hope you learned something here today, and maybe you'll try out a new reel. There's a lot of pros and cons to all of them, so thanks for watching, and good luck fishing.